What it do, Internet? David Baugh here, and today is that vlog number 157, ladies and gentlemen. And if you've been paying attention, you'll know that just yesterday we decided to start a new project because we hate ourselves and wanted to make an animation. So we came up with a random prompt that we could then use to get it going. Now, we haven't really come up with a story just yet, so today that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna break our story. Oh, as long as it looks good for the internet. Okay, so here's how one would typically break down a story. Now, you're going to need to define who's gonna be in your story, right? You have a few characters that are gonna need to be present. We know that one of these is going to be a hero that has to sacrifice everything. Second, there needs to be a midpoint or a catalyst that happens that changes things up and then puts them into a different society, right? The hero is forced to act in some way. Now, I do like the idea of not having them be human. I'm thinking maybe robots would be kind of cool. One, because I don't have to animate their mouths. It might be cool to have all of these people have like control chips in them. Oh, here, you know what? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start writing this. I'm gonna open up Celtex as my screenwriting software of choice, typically. Let's get this opened up here. Now, this is an action video, but it doesn't need to start that way. I typically like to think about where I want to get to, and then I'll make just the exact opposite of that as where I want to start. We need to show that he's being oppressed. We need to show that shit's just not working for him, and then we need to establish all of this pretty quickly. So I'm thinking I might start somewhere innocuous. Maybe he's in the home, maybe he is cleaning. Let's give our hero a name. Something cool. Let's call him Hal. Like Hal 9000. Let's see, and we should probably also establish who Hal is. I guess one thing that's important to note when you are writing any sort of script, so nothing great is written, it's rewritten. We'll do another episode where we rewrite it, but it's important to just get it out on paper first so that you can establish where you are and then ultimately move forward. Basically, the storyline that I went with here is that a robot is being oppressed, and he ends up breaking his control chip when he gets bullied by some kids, and then sort of gains sentience and starts the revolution for the rest of the robots. Figured, he's going to die trying to convert others, and with his death, he brings about the rest of it. So I guess that's the ideal that he's dying for. With a script, especially this early on in the process, it's definitely a living document. It should be changed. The next step after this is going to be doing some revisions and getting it all going that way. This definitely has a beginning, a middle, and an end. There's the beginning where everything is shitty for him. There's the middle where he breaks the chip and starts realizing that there's something different about him. And then ultimately the end where he dies for his ideal, I guess. But I'm gonna keep refining this. I tend to sort of read back through it a bunch of times, and I'll make even just small changes until there's just nothing more that I want to change. We'll get into the rest of that process from there, but that's all I had for you guys today. It was a pleasure as always, and you have a wonderful evening.